Hey Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your general reading. Okay, well we had 3 cards pop out, so there we go. This is your general reading for September 2018. This is a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody, but I hope you can get something out of it. The moon is currently in Taurus. We're using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, and if we need to clarify anything, we can pull some cards from this Waite Tarot pocket deck. I don't know, it's always so hard for me to get that out of my mouth. What's up, Aries? I hope you guys are hanging in there. Your ruling planet Mars went direct on the 27th, so if you guys have been feeling a little burned out, you know, this will start to get you kind of feeling back to your old self. It's going to take a while because Mars will be in shadow until October 8th. So it's going to take some time to gain momentum. We'll get everything cracking again. The other thing I've been mentioning is that Venus is going to be, it's actually not going to retrograde this month. It's going to retrograde next month, but it enters shadow on the 2nd of September. So it's important to know with Venus retrogrades that one of the big themes that I've learned as I've learned astrology is that this is the period when old lovers show up. People that you've dealt with from the past, and the warning is that things could look all good. This reunion seems great, but once Venus moves forward again, then everybody realizes that this is not necessarily what it is they wanted. The other thing while Venus is retrograde is to not make impulsive, extravagant purchases, because again, this is something that you'll probably look back on. Excuse me, I need to get some water. You'll probably look back on it after Venus goes direct and be like, what the hell? What was I thinking? No cosmetic surgeries, you know. Those are the kind of things that we're asked to avoid during the retrograde. Oh man, my candle just blew out, and that is my last tea light. Oh no, maybe that's a sign. Aries, let's turn over some cards. First, we've got the 7 of Cups reversed. The next is the 7 of Pentacles. And the last card is, the 7 of Wands. 777. Wow. We all know 777 is the jackpot. It looks like somehow you hit it. So let's go ahead and talk about what this is about. It's wild here. So we got the 7 of Cups reversed, like I said. And the 7 of Cups reversed is about not dreaming about it, whatever it is that you've been envisioning or dreaming about or fantasizing about. With the 7 of Cups reversed, you actually get into the real world and start to make things happen. The 7 of Pentacles is about knowing that you have to work hard and long and not expecting immediate payoff. It's about looking at the work you've done and taking a step back and seeing what you've built thus far. I think when your ruling planet Mars went retrograde, you probably pulled away from what it is that you were working on, or whatever it is that you were developing in the tangible sense, and maybe you sunk back into a dream state. Maybe you were wondering if this is what it is that you should actually be doing, and maybe you started to just pull away from that and think about something else. But the 7 of Pentacles says, you know, it's not time to give up. Admire the work that you've done so far. It may have been a long, hard road, and there's still more work to be done, but you have definitely made developments. So The Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. It talks about not being walked over. What I see is unseen forces that are coming at somebody from all different directions, and we don't know what's on the other side of these hands. We just know that they all have these wands, and it looks like they're trying to attack. So despite the fact that she's outnumbered, she knows that she has to stand her ground. And that may be the case, Aries. Maybe you felt outnumbered. Maybe you were trying to get something done and it seemed like nobody else was on your side, and you pulled back into this fantasy state of, you know, what it could be. So from whatever it is that you may have been doing, Aries, there could have been some sort of physical absence, and now you may find yourself defending your position as you make your return. It does seem that with the Seven of Pentacles, you're being asked to keep fighting, to keep working. You may be tired. Sometimes you do need to pull back. With your ruling planet, like I said, having gone retrograde, you may have had to address some issues with repressed anger and limited energy, and like I said, just all out burnout. So I feel like before you started to get back into the real world, you actually needed this time to kind of fantasize and dream and reformulate whether rethink about whether or not this is something that you were emotionally connected to. You may have started to see things as illusions, but now you're coming out of that, and it's time to get back to work. But like I said, you may find yourself having to defend your position somehow. Oh, jeez Louise. Lots of cards there, people. So let's just go ahead and see what's up. We're going to go for it. Got the King of Cups. This is generally, it's water energy. It's generally Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I always see the King of Cups as Pisces guy. With the King, he could be somebody over 40 or somebody who, is just very experienced and developed, especially emotionally. And this may be someone who comes along to help you out, to help you get back into the swing of things. This may have been the person to help pull you out of whatever it is that was holding you back, getting you out of your feelings and out of your head. The Seven of Swords. I'm just placing it here and there. So the sevens again, right? The seventh major arcana is the Chariot. Aries, this could have been something that was going on in your home, or in your family. The people you dealt with in the home of origin, the people you grew up with, sisters, brothers, parents. Something may have been going on with that, and it looks like with the Seven of Swords, somebody was trying to get away with something, and maybe they still are at this point. It's causing some conflict. It's causing some conflict somehow. With the King of Cups, I think he knows how to handle this situation without going off, without being emotionally dramatic or emotionally abusive. He's seen it all, done it all, and felt it all. So he knows how to help other people that need to get through some sort of emotional turmoil. And he knows how to give tough love too and still make you feel loved. Okay, so the Queen of Cups comes up. This could be a married couple. Again, we're talking about water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody who, is just like very creative and loving and understanding and intuitive. This could be a, if I didn't say it already, this could be a husband and a wife. And I'm really feeling like now something's going on in the family. But they're very experienced. Whatever it is that's going on, they can handle it. There is some deception, some trickery, and even a little bit of fighting going on. Okay. Okay. The next is the Nine of Pentacles, and this card says that you have everything that you need. If you keep working, you have everything that you need. Stick to it. The Four of Wands reversed, problems in the home. With the Eight of Wands, there's some sort of message, some sort of news that comes in fast. Aries, you're being asked to make a quick but educated decision as you move forward. And the last card is the Two of Cups, which talks about some sort of reunion, some sort of coming back together. It could too be, you could be meeting somebody for the first time, but with the Two of Cups, I often see it as a reunion. And when this cup is coming up right now, as I told you, we are getting ready to go into this Venus retrograde period. Okay. So, Aries, this is what I'm getting. Somebody pops back up in somebody's life. This card is also, this represents infidelity. So, there could be something going on where somebody pops back up and there is some sort of messing around outside the marital home. This Four of Wands, this is a marital home and it's reversed. So this is saying to me that there might be some sort of upheaval in the family home. And it could be between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. What I do think happens though is that they work it out. I know we've gone somewhere else, but this is what's on my mind right now. And like I said before, somebody's going to find that they need to fight for their position. I think what ends up happening is somebody gets enticed by the person that comes back in, makes a decision to try to get away with something, even if it's just verbal, like sending texts back and forth and pictures and things like that. But you know, you're already in a committed relationship. I think contractual, especially as we talk about Venus. Venus rules relationships. It rules the 7th house, and the 7th house is where you sign contracts, whether that's with your spouse, your business partner, those types of things. So with the, like I said, with the King and the Queen, I do feel like that this is a husband and a wife. And some outsider comes in and tries to disrupt, and I think that they do disrupt. I think things do get disrupted for a while because this is reversed and he's steadily getting away with something. There's a bunch of fast talking and it all sounds good. There's a lot of sexual energy, and I think somebody gets lost in this fantasy of, you know, wow, this could really be something, this could really be good. But this Nine of Pentacles is saying you already have everything you need to keep working on it. But, you know, if things do go amok and if things do go amok and problems arise between the Queen and the King, then somebody's going to have to fight for their position. And that's the way I see it, Aries. So thank you guys. If anybody would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do that. My personal email is in the description box below. Thanks for listening. I hope to talk to you guys again soon. Hey, leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Talk to you later.